So I know Sluggo wanted food.
I was also getting food.
What time of day is it? It's noon, you said?
Yes, you all ran out of the caverns like scared little school kids and came back here.
No, I didn't run.
We're wounded.
We didn't technically run, we just kind of like sauntered back, if I'm being perfectly honest.
Limped.
I followed the scaredy cats, alright? And I was an actual cat.
I find that term very offensive. Because I'm quite clearly the bravest one here.
And yet you left the healer
Quite clearly.
in the back.
I did no
Quite
such thing.
clearly.
As a matter of fact, yes.
Goddamn.
Mm-hmm. Clearly.
Let's not forget who
The
died
reason why I've died so many times is because I'm the most fearless. Which is probably a bad thing, and I should start being more fearful.
That sounds like your character's flaw if you don't have one, just FYI.
Oh no, dude, if you don't have one. Crippling PTSD and mental problems. Doesn't sound like a flaw to me.
So are you planning on staying the evening, or are you just going to have lunch and go back?
Well, there would have been no point in leaving if we weren't going to heal. And like try and get spell slots back and that kind of thing.
Yeah,
I have a feeling we're not going back today.
I need a long rest.
I mean, I could heal you. But then I'll have no spell slots.
Did we get money recently and split it?
Nope. We did.
Do you remember what was split? Is that posted somewhere?
I don't think that we split it. I think that we gave it all to Ganeda.
From what I
just
remember, we pulled it up and we just like. From what I remember, we pulled it up and we basically threw it at the stable guys. Just stable our horses. The shit is expensive.
I'm scrolling up to see if anyone talked about it, but I don't see.
I don't remember. Honestly.
55 silver. Remaining after we paid the boarding.
Right, that's what happened.
I can't sign those ones. Get out of my room. I put them over here for when I can sign them. Get out of my room.
They're not going to pay us again until we find more goblineers or give them the blueprint of the tunnels.
I say that we eat and then go to the lighthouse.
We still don't have spell slots.
Excuse me.
You don't have spell slots.
I think I actually do.
Well,
I have
hello, mana drugs.
We could always inquire with Quink if we want to learn more about the lighthouse. It's his pet theory.
Do we expect anything to be dangerous above the lighthouse?
I always expect danger.
That tracks. She does work at a brothel.
Why are you shouting across the room, Sammy? Come sit with us.
I'm eating. We
North,
got
north,
dip.
north.
There's snacks here. Want a snack?
And she gets on the table.
I like how
on
she
the
just
table.
offered you a snack and basically said, Polly, want a cracker?
That's offensive because his bird died.
Was its name Polly?
No, it's named Pancake.
It's named dead now.
It's named Peace.
So, is that to know to the lighthouse?
We have the
I'm
time
down
to
for
do
looking.
it. We could also visit Quink. Again, it was his pet theory.
Anita's father.
I am also fine with that idea.
Because I feel like, you've been away from home for a long time now. And he's probably missing you at this point. You guys traveling and everything. So maybe we should just go, we'll check in and see the guy. Like, hey, Pops, what's going on? We got your girl. She fine. We taking care of her. No.
Gretel's
Yes.
looking back and forth between Sammy and Rin really fast. Like, what are we doing?
You have to
Yep.
convince her to actually push the button to talk. She's like looking at me, trying to talk to me, and I just have both headphones on going, I can't hear you.
I'm gonna walk over here. Yeah. Is that? Yeah. I'll walk over here, saunter. I'm gonna lay my hand on Ganeta's shoulder and go, that now is okay. It is okay. And you're gonna take a whole 5 to healing.
Ah,
How do you feel?
She needs her heart healed.
Her heart. Let me give it a listen. Come here. I place my
Not from
ear.
you, from her pops.
I place my ear to her bosom anyway,
oh,
and then I'll heal her for another 6. All better.
Not what I have in mind, but that works.
She has a very interesting way of healing.
we can go and look, but just so you all know, I only have 3. I can do very little to help aside from swing my axe or toss my spear.
You're another set of eyes. That's useful. I don't think we're planning on being in combat or anything.
Sammy,
Yeah.
I know that my sight is going, but do you see Alex?
Hello, Rin.
Where the fuck are you?
Yeah, he
Point.
right
Wait,
behind you, hun.
next
You
I
were-
point to your,
Oh,
yeah, I point to
reach
your
out
left.
your arm sideways.
oh my.
I'm going to turn Rin's body a little bit to the left.
I know he looks different when he's not standing between your legs, but that's still the same guy.
Quite right you are. Quite right you are.
Slug's just kind of laughing to that comment there.
Just imagine it being like the cutest like anime paws, but really it's just ovals with lines on them up to your face, eyes squinted and kind of rocking back and forth to make it look like you're chuckling, kind of cute fucking laugh thing.
Where'd she go?
That would be terrifying.
No, his
I
laugh is
I
Probably
would
more so of a-
100% believe that you were definitely the messy fish cat come to slay taints with that kind of laugh. Good God.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Considering how many people he's killed. I guess not. Do you count goblins as people?
No.
Racist?
In or out of character?
Towards goblins?
Are we sure that's not specious?
Yeah,
You
good
guys should
point.
really try this pork dip. It's delicious.
Let me have a bite.
It's like bacon on a bagel.
Well, shut the fuck up and put some in my mouth.
Say
Ah.
ah. Wide a bitch. I know you can.
I stick my tongue out.
Really get it in there. I'm cram it as far down her throat as I can.
Went to reach for some and stopped halfway after seeing her tongue come out. He slowly puts his hand back down his side.
So you're just gonna like
You
stay for a moment and
two-
just be like, "That's it."
Is this common behavior for sisters?
Yeah. I mean,
What an interesting family. I'm all for it.
it's
Slugger just like reaches
you're-
out to grab one as well, and it just like brings it forward and just kind of opens up his jaw and just one single bite.
like all of it.
It's one sausage, right?
No, it's dip.
Oh,
It's literally bacon that's been
This-
mushed into dip.
This is
Wait,
the
what
Dip
was
is
ceramic
Life
slugger?
table.
did I mishear the conversation?
Probably.
Whoops.
I
No,
also think
what-
that you
What were you dipping in the dip?
meat.
Yeah, I thought you said it was sausage that you were dipping in the dip.
It's pork dip.
Well, no, but what's the thing you're dipping in the dip?
More pork.
The sausage.
It doesn't have a pork chop. Isn't sausage?
Bacon.
Well,
Bacon. Bacon.
whatever the solid food item is, it's going. What? Nice.
Oh God.
One bite.
Granted, I made all of this up. I didn't ask Airee for anything. Sorry, Airee.
It's all right.
Did kill a hog the other day, so
Exactly.
So there's sausage.
Bacon.
There's actually
Bacon
two
comes from a
hogs.
hog too, right?
It
Yeah.
can, yes.
Okay.
Anyway,
You
I'm
shouldn't
gonna
question everything I know about bacon,
I'm
It
gonna
would
look.
taste funny if it came from something else.
right?
Gotta get some of that long pork.
I'm slightly confused about what just happened in front of me. Are we going after you're finished with your dip? Can we go now? Have we decided?
I think some people are under the weather. Gaynada don't feel so good. I mean, I'm like half good. And there's some worries, about the unknown and what have yous. But I don't think we've actually decided. Why don't
My
we just
impression-
roll a dice?
My impression was that we were going to go learn about the lighthouse like we've been saying for the past week.
Okay, let's do it. Let's go.
Nada, will you be
Onward.
coming with us?
I will be, but I can. All I can do is swing my axe.
Here,
You
you
have
can
two
carry the
eyes
dip.
that work. Well, if your axe is with us, in case there is any danger, you could be there to strike it down.
Indeed, Ganeda. Do not think you were only there for axe swinging. You're also there so that I do not die because they will hit you first.
And because you're sexy.
Yes, I'm sure
We
Belle
need
learned that lesson very closely.
This is a really good tip.
It almost slipped my mind. Ganeda, later tonight.
I really need a good 8 hours so that I can do something other than swing my axe.
Well, we could always turn in early,
Good plan.
You could always ask around to see what the time schedule is like. Alex, did you get you a full 8 hours of sleep?
Last night, yes.
Yeah, but he's a guy. They finish quicker.
Indeed.
Has a huge look of embarrassment on his face.
I disprove
know.
that statement, but as
And
Sammy
all
stated
of
previously, she doesn't want to sit on my face.
Also, women tend to go just as fast if you know what you're doing, and considering, well, I am a woman.
What?
It would take just as long.
Huh?
In speech, I'll say, Slugga, it's best you don't engage in this conversation.
Okay.
Besides, Sammy, you're the one that's talking about me sleeping with everybody that has a special weapon.
What?
I don't recall us sleeping together. You do have a special weapon.
Alex just looks at Slugga and just says innuendo.
Go now?
Sure.
Will you ladies be sleeping together first in the lighthouse afterwards, or are you coming?
Later, we'll be doing both. But for now, we shall go to the lighthouse.
What?
I don't have a token.
Yeah, you gotta place it.
I've
Yeah.
been trying. It won't place.
Are you grabbing your name or your picture?
Slugga's using his shortcut feature,
I've
by the
done
way,
both.
so we get wherever we're going in half the time.
I've done both.
Lie.
No, I have.
Damn it.
Do it this way. Okay.
There you are.
Go! I don't know where we are. Okay. I don't know.
Big old light.
There's a light over at the old lighthouse.
Where's Grenada gone?
She's lost in the Rusty Dragon.
She's preparing for tonight.
Ah,
That's tracks. She did say she wanted to take a bath.
Do a little
Be an
bit of
adequate.
landscaping.
Nice. Always knew you were an animal in battle and in the sheets. It's very
Shut.
impressive.
Shut. Zip.
you know.
She just came from Northeast. Like, what the fuck?
Yes, Grenada, I see you've mastered your teleportation powers. It's gonna be good to have you with us. How was Belle?
Grenada, you're whispering to yourself again.
Let's look at this old light place and see what there is to see.
Oh, that's much better. Honey, you mumble so much.
I like what you've done with your hair. You've really freshened up. Anyway,
Allegretto, me first. You after, me first.
wait, where the hell are you?
Right here.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if there's a door,
There's no way to get in.
but are you sure?
What
That's
you
what we've been
see,
told.
what you see is the crumbling remains of what is assumed to be a lighthouse. The tower starts down at the beach, 120 foot below you. It extends another 50 feet above you. Alex can tell you just from what he's read that they estimate the tower to originally been over 700 foot tall.
That's really tall.
It seems unnecessarily tall.
Them
It
bitches were
seems
trying to make sure
unnecessary.
the birds didn't fly into the ceiling or the city.
It seems unnecessary until you learn that the supposed reason it was so tall was to lob fireballs several thousand miles away.
Oh,
There are
How
some weathered carvings that signify the peak of the tower once held a brilliant light, but there's no insight of why, to what the true purpose was. Now, Quint has discussed at length with any that'll listen that he thinks that it was a weapon that could throw fire for over a mile. These date back to the Thessalonian era. That is at least 3 empire collapses ago, to give you thousands of years ago.
Damn.
Did he
It just
say?
looks gorgeous.
But did he say that it threw fireballs mechanically, or were there casters that did something like that, or was there something about the tower that made it possible? Was there a machine that helped them with that?
So far as I am aware, there's no conclusive evidence remaining of the mechanism. Though we
Maybe
could
it's
ask-
built
Go
over
ahead.
like an old natural gas
Alex
chimney.
Alex does know that no one else in town seems to believe Quint. Everybody else assumes it's a lighthouse.
Stories about this being sort of a magic weapon is true. This further worries me about what's going on underneath the town. Could this be their target?
Unlikely. It predates several empires. If there's anything to do with it and it's underground, then at best we'd be looking at a power source, which is likely impossible to carry outside.
I mean, it is destroyed. So,
What's left is impressive, but it is crumbling. So if you try to climb on it, a lot of the rocks are loose, it shifts. So it's treacherous even trying to get up the 50 feet that it's above the cliff face now.
So it's not like something that like we could actively go inside of or walk upstairs or anything like that.
I remember a few sessions ago, Airee mentioned that there was no door on the perimeter.
Okay.
I
Cool.
fly up there without landing on it and see if there's any rubble I can see down into this, because you said it's 50 feet up.
Yeah, there's nothing you can see down in. If they're estimating the tower was 700 foot tall, whatever you're figuring is probably just solid. It packed
Right.
itself when is it collapsing. You guys can't really imagine something that large. Most of the buildings, even the cathedral's probably only 50 foot tall at the highest point. And size-wise, the base of this tower is about the same size as the cathedral.
Is there anything around in the rubble or anything else that we can see that might tell us any more that Quint hasn't?
No, like I said, you can even see the carvings. It just looks like they're showing a tower, and at the top of the tower there was some kind of brilliant light just by the carvings. Other than that, I mean, it's not like you see flames shooting out of it or anything on the carvings.
Alex looks back to Ada. I could wander around the perimeter with detect magic, but I assume that's something that's already been tried by someone else already.
Idea. Are there any particularly small spaces that perhaps someone such as you know who could sneak into? Perhaps.
Do you
No.
mean me?
Well, no, but
I know that's
if you
what
want to
that's
try
you
to,
said you know who, and I know that that's what you mean is me because I'm the smallest, and you did say you know who, and I did know who, and it was me.
Soga just turns around and just stares for a moment, and just goes, "No," and then points at himself and is just like, "Me, me, sneak, climb, crawl."
Oh, you're right. You're so sneaky. My bad. I mean, said you know who, and I was just saying I did know. So don't say you know who if you don't think people are gonna know.
Sneaky.
You don't see any space that you think you could get in.
Crap, actually, damn.
Well, if it's if it was originally 700 feet up and it's collapsed, then there would be nothing, right? I mean, it would just be a big pile of rubble.
Well, there's
Come back.
always gaps. It's just a matter of if something can actually get into them.
Would it be out of turn to ask for an investigation check?
Go ahead.
I assist.
You don't see anything other than the weathered carvings. All the rocks just look like they've been there for millennia.
Yep. Carving. Illicit drawing of stickmen having coitus. Carving. Nope, this is all the usual.
I mean, it is quite impressive what is left of it.
I suppose it's just a big old pile of rubble. Are we close enough to see Chopper's Isle? And what is Junk Beach?
Yes. Junk Beach is where all of the trash is collected from town and dumped.
Oh my.
There is a service that comes through and does that. They collect all the trash and then take it down to Junk Beach. Alex, make me an insight.
The building. It lies.
19.
Now, you know you're from Magnamar, or your family is. The tallest building in Magnamar is 400 feet tall. So this tower would have been almost twice as tall as the tallest building in Magnamar.
Pretty big.
It's pretty fucking massive, if you ask me.
Can I just maybe take the time to look around and see if there's any way to get inside without risking death?
You haven't. None of you have found a way in.
Right, I'm asking, can I look?
Sure. And the tower in Magnamar was built by the Varisians, which is the latest group to control this area.
Is that investigation or perception?
You can use whichever you would like.
He said he doesn't care because even a nat 20 will find nothing, but here's a 4.
You got a 3.
That tower,
No, I got a 4.
the tower in Magnamar that's 400 foot tall took over 18 years to create.
Wonder how long it took to walk up all those stairs. And is there like a bathroom at the top?
I imagine there's probably a chamber just to shoot it off into the ocean, or possibly the junk beach.
One imagines that's what the chamber pots are for.
Right.
Yes.
But that's a lot of stairs to carry those back down.
Perhaps there were windows.
I imagine they just flew to the top.
Maybe that's what they lit on fire.
Quite disgusting. But maybe. Who knows?
I am fascinated.
Nobody let Sammy build a trebuchet. Just future reference.
Sammy, do not to build a treble shed.
What's a triple shoe?
Trebuchet.
If I could spit up my water.
A trebuchet is a siege weapon.
A seat weapon. A seat weapon?
Siege, strong against structures, buildings.
Correct.
Oh, a siege weapon. Not a seat weapon.
No, I believe you are the seat weapon.
I believe we are all
mean-
proficient with those at this point.
You know, I could design a triple shoe if I really wanted to. I'm very talented.
Would it go on a third leg?
Third leg?
I'm just saying there's efficient things that you could do. And if you got to climb all the way up there and you got to go to the bathroom and you're shooting fire anyways, it just makes sense. Work smarter, not harder.
Is someone eating a snack still?
No.
I do not hear any snacks.
Are you hungry? Should we go back and get some?
I don't know what the plan is besides recovering fully before, I guess, returning back underground.
Sammy,
Yeah.
I wish to test out Airee. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I clear my throat.
Yes, it works. It works very nicely.
You cannot enter this building.
Me, I personally
You
cannot enter this building.
You cannot enter this building.
What? Excuse me. Why? Are you challenging me right now?
Indeed, I am.
Because I can enter a building if I want to enter a building.
But this
I can
building,
enter any building
no.
I choose.
Not this building.
If I want to do it, I can do it.
Well, then prove it.
Okay, I start to climb the building.
My character leans over to
Nothing up
Ganeda.
there.
My character leans over to Ganeda. Perhaps we should leave before Sammy builds a trebuchet to get inside.
Fun.
Give me an athletics check. You're having a hard time trying to get up the first section.
I keep going.
I'm gonna fly at level with Sammy the whole time she's climbing and just be like, "There's no entrance at the top."
You just
to let you
need,
know.
it's perseverance. If I just keep climbing, eventually there's an inside.
Possibly there's an inside but not by climbing. Maybe if we were to remove some of the rubble, but I shouldn't be giving you ideas. I fly back down.
I keep climbing.
Try your athletics check again. You're still within 10 foot of the ground.
Waiting to.
I hold my
Damn, I
arms
don't
out
know
to
if I
catch her.
said it. I was about to say I'm gonna wait.
The walls are crumbly. You're having trouble finding purchase.
But does she fall? My hands are out to catch her in the event she does.
She really hasn't made it high enough to worry about falling yet.
Okay.
I keep climbing.
You can try again.
Hold on. Wait, Sammy, wait a moment. Come here for just 1 second. Come back down. Just one moment. Just
What?
1 moment.
What?
I want to tell you. Hold on. This is not working.
You tell her twice. It's working. It's working.
Is it? Oh, it's not working.
Yeah, you sent him, like, 4
it doesn't
times.
roll. That's why. I was expecting it to roll. I want to tell you, I love you very much. Okay, Ashua, you can't do this, but I believe in you.
It's kind of as a bard myself. That is the strangest inspiration I've ever seen. Compliment followed by a challenge.
I'm gonna do what I want to do. That's all there is to it.
You
All
can
right.
add a d4 to that.
Mhm. That's lovely. Fucking lovely.
Aren't you wingmanning
Yeah,
as an
you're
Aarakocra?
You might be twice your height off the ground, and that's it.
Okay. At this point, I'm getting pissed.
She said,
So, I'm getting really, really, really pissed off. Like, really fucking pissed off. So, I throw my weapon down, my bow,
Ow.
actually, and my quiver.
Ow.
And, like, in the direction of Ren so that hopefully she'll catch it.
Ow.
And I stand up really straight and I shake really hard. And I'm like, there's a fucking wall. I'm gonna get into this thing. I can do it if I want to. And you see me start to change. And I am not happy with being only twice my height high. So I want to be higher. And I am going to change my form into what you now perceive me as, a barbarian.
No, wait, Sammy, wait.
A
No.
7 foot 9 inch barbarian with long
Barbarian's a race?
black hair.
You should have gave me artwork. It would have been easier.
I have artwork.
Then
Well,
I
he
could
should have
means
given
like
him
you
the
swap
artwork.
from like I do.
Hold
I
on.
Yeah, whatever artwork, since you're a changeling, that you want, just send me.
Airee. Oh well, I guess the cat's out of the bag now. Actually,
I think it's
Gunnieta
kind of obvious.
leans over to Alex and says, "I wouldn't
I'm
let her
sorry, I
sit.
mean
I wouldn't let her sit on your face right now."
Goliath. I was saying barbarian. You're right. Barbarian is a class. I
Is
mean
that a
Goliath.
challenge?
I'm gonna try to pull Ren away. Like
Wait,
just
what?
like 2 steps away.
Why is Sammy climbing bird fly?
Okay, hold on. Let me
No.
share my artwork with you. Because I do have it. Where did it go?
Way.
What?
Huh?
What?
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 Huh?
Parquet?
Butter.
Fuck is it? Now I'm just
Lean
getting
over to
pissed.
Ren. Just like
It's
I
under there.
understand something was going on, but isn't this supposed to be a secret?
Okay, I'll send it to y'all after. But yes, so 7 foot 9 inch Goliath, and I try to climb again.
To be fair, I was not
Okay.
expecting her to overreact in such a way. Normally, she stays like herself until she's proven me wrong.
Wait, Alex, Squints, is this why you both know Zemnian?
I.
Told you we're sisters.
What?
Can't you see the family resemblance?
No.
Actually, we're.
One of you is in the guise of the gnome and another, two separate humans.
Would you believe
Yeah.
me if I told
we-
you we're actually twins?
Yeah.
No.
You can't see the family resemblance? We look just like one another.
Slugger's just gonna
Right.
stare with his big ass eyes and just go, no,
We're literally identical.
no.
I'm sure I'd be able to tell the difference if both of you weren't attempting to hide under the guise of different races.
That's not what we're doing here.
I have a question for Sammy,
Yeah.
or at least for Sammy and the DM. Like when they change, the clothes changes too, right?
No.
No.
So she's stretched out of her
Allegretto-
halfling clothes right now.
She's
Ella
got
Gretel
like
backs up.
a halter top and a mini skirt.
No!
He backs up, and his beak is literally just pointed straight up at her nude body, just watching in like a what the fuck type of this is probably the coolest thing to happen today type of
The
stare.
buffest Amazonian 7'9" naked lady climbing the fucking wall.
His wings completely spread.
Half ghost, half man. That's 3 halves, you son of a bitch.
I thought I left YouTube playing in the background or something because that sounded just like a video I was listening to like 2 hours ago. Also, did you ever send that image of the who'chamacallit?
Okay, hold on.
She
It's
hasn't
right
found it
here.
yet.
I just
Oh.
dropped it. It's
Where?
uploading.
She's
In
like,
game
"Oh, it's
discussion.
uploading." Oh, she cute.
It looks like one of the people that was on the like cart that carts you in to the intro of Skyrim.
Yeah, I don't understand what the problem is. We're clearly identical. We
Sammy,
don't just say we're not like sorority sisters. Like we are sisters. Like
Slugger's just gonna walk up to Sammy and just like put like a hand on his head right where Sammy's height is, and then walk over to
She's on the wall.
fuck. What's her name? Oh yeah, shit. Also, why am I having a stroke? What?
Rin?
Rin. Why was I having I kept on thinking of a name with a D and I couldn't remember it.
Delilah. That's her other
That's
character.
why. Yeah, that's why. That's why.
You're alright.
Well, Slugger's just gonna like represent where Sammy's height is on him because she's like a couple inches shorter, and he's just gonna like walk over to. Why the fuck did I have a stroke again? Rin. Ryn. That's how we spell it. Brain work. Walks over and just kind of looks and notices how the height does not match up with where Rin's head is, and he just kind of looks back and forth between the two heights and just goes, "Yeah, still no."
One moment, little fellow. 1 moment, and I morph into Sammy. Sammy, do me a favor. In your voice, say, "Is that better?"
is that better?
I look over it again. Okay, yeah, I'm taking it as a challenge now.
Yeah, but which one?
This is weird.
Ooh, maybe both at the same time, eh?
Keep that up, and Ren's gonna keep pestering you for that invitation.
So now that Ren looks like Sammy, and Sammy no longer looks like Sammy, and Ren is taking Sammy's voice, Sammy is also going to change her voice.
Oh shit, I completely forgot that the only person who's seen me change has been Alex until right now.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. I was wondering why you were just going for it, but
Yep, it's just all in at this
wait, so
point.
Sammy's a
Too late
changeling
now.
too, though?
Yeah.
She's literally my twin sister, man.
I don't understand. We've
So,
been saying
Alex,
like this the whole
You
time.
guys gotta call my sergeant. My brain just got blown all over the wall. Like,
Alex, you can make an intelligence check to see if you can figure out that they are changelings.
Can I also do that?
I mean, I figured that out at, like, in and out of character, like, several sessions ago, but sure.
You said intelligence?
Yeah.
I've flown up to where naked Goliath is, and I'm like a few feet away from you. It's like, is it your plan to expose your rear end to the rest of Sandpoint?
He's talking to you, Sin.
What happened?
Well, you're
Wait,
new
different-
on the wall. Do I still call you Sammy? Because I'm starting to see.
Oh yeah. Excuse me. I. Sorry, I've been in that one for a little while. No, you can in this form. I'm known as Axel. Short for axe spinner, actually. But you may call me Axel.
Well, Axel, just you can come down now if you. There's no need to climb the tower.
It's not about need. Need.
He is
It's not
checking you
probably-
out the whole time we're talking, just flying right next to you, like his head's fully cocked to the side. Just I imagine you're in the climbing position. He's just like, well,
Oh,
he's gonna look back down to Rin, Sammy.
gracious.
Like-
Clearly. Clearly this takes precedence. I'm just gonna try to turn around. So, you may call me whatever you like.
You're
I
huge.
go by Axel in this form. I go by Sammy in my other form. Either alternative identities, so to speak. So it would be better if you called me based off of those identities to not confuse everyone else around.
Well, I was plenty confused, but I've seen
Well, yeah,
stranger
I mean-
things.
So, if you're in this form, can you stay in this form, or is it just when
Sure.
you're angry or challenged, or?
Well, no, I just, you know, I liked being small. I was large for a very long time. And, there are a lot of painful memories that I didn't want to feel and remember. And the opposite of large is small. And Sammy was small. I enjoyed that. I could be big whenever. I can look like this whenever.
Is there a true form that you and Rin have, or is
Oh,
this
yes.
your true form,
No,
or
that's Sammy down there. Axel's up on the wall.
oh, they're interchangeable forms?
Well, I mean, it's a look. It's like a different clothing, really. You know, like if you wear a jacket and you love that jacket and you name that jacket, like that is my jacket, Janet jacket. Janet the jacket, and then you hand that jacket to someone else, and that person happens to wear the jacket. They are wearing Janet the jacket, but it is still only one jacket.
Ah,
I really think
So-
you should put some clothes on.
I don't have a Janet jacket. It was an example. Not really. You know, I don't have a jacket. I'm not physically wearing.
Fly down to
This
Alex.
will- it-
How did
It's
how
not
did
a
we get in
jacket.
this situation?
Well, you see,
I wanted to
Allegretto, I believe
climb.
this all started when I had sex with her sister.
Yes.
That would start. I guess that makes sense.
And-
Or are you referring
I just
to
have to
this?
say-
I point in Axel's general direction.
And I'm gonna look at it and be like, and I really have to say, I don't quite understand what is so appealing about this. And then I turn into Ren. It's not that appealing, is it?
I'll remind you that I was the one that was propositioned.
Understand that. Keep in mind, I now look like Ren, but I am also wearing clothing that has been shredded.
I'm at a loss for words.
They're just hanging out for all to see.
Well, so
By my knees.
oh my.
And yet, I would just like to remind you that you have an appointment with one of these Rins at some later point.
No, not. And then all of a sudden I turn into Sammy again. Excuse me. Not one of. Not one of. Her. It's her. I am not the love machine. That is not me. I have a different role. That is not me. That's her.
Do me a favor, argue with yourself for me.
Like, what do you mean?
Oh,
She's
that's okay.
currently in the eyes of Sammy, isn't she?
Yep, I'll text you, and then you can just argue with yourself, and we can enjoy this for a moment.
Oh, you mean you want me to voice both things?
Oh yeah, I can't do that
Okay.
voice. I've
Okay,
tried.
that's fine.
I can say coffee.
Coffee, you could do the rest of the voice. I grab wherever the dip is, if there still is some, and I just kind of use a talent to scoop some up while this is happening.
Alex,
Okay, so
you know what they are. Slugga has other information that he knows.
Okay.
But you know their race. He just knows more about what they can do and what they probably look like. But I think Caleb is not here right now.
okay, shredded clothes Sammy looks at weird cloak Sammy and is pointing at weird cloak Sammy, saying, I am not the love machine. She is. Weird cloak Sammy. But which one? Because I am you and you are me.
Are you still 10 feet up on this wall, changing size?
Yeah.
Wow.
And so, shredded clothes Sammy. Shut up, you. I don't want any of your lip, Masamana. Nah, Masamana. You're full of shit, and I'm sick of it.
You two finished.
No, weird cloak Sammy. Masamana, it's your lips right now. You're sick of your own lips. Shredded clothes Sammy is just like, this is bullshit. This is bullshit. It's always been bullshit. I'm so sick of this. I'm sick of you. I'm sick of you and your legs that just welcomes everything in. And then I gotta just, get in there and make sure nothing's happening to you all the time. And this is bullshit. And then you're trying to, it's so confusing. This is why we don't show people. This kind of thing happens and we don't show people. And then I turn into the Goliath again.
Allegretto's feathers poof back out.
And then weird cloak Sammy. Yeah, but it's our bullshit. And blows a kiss and winks.
Alex turns to Ganeda. Despite the lighthouse being very much and for a very long time out of condition, this evening has been very illuminating.
I have a feeling you have questions, and we should probably answer them. Yes? We probably should.
Should we retire back to the Rusty Dragon and the Dip, or do you think that there's more to see here?
There's
I
plenty
still really
to see.
want to. Oh dear. Well, problem is, I cannot walk back through the town like this.
We could get you a cloak at the general store.
Well, I'm not talking about the clothing. I guess that doesn't bother me. No, more just this form. I do not come to town in this form for a reason. It attracts a lot of attention, many eyes.
And now you're on the side of the old light. Outside.
Yes.
Midday.
Yes. That is
it's
also true.
mid-afternoon. Yeah.
I just don't know that they like my kind very much here, and I've never really. I have a lot of enemies in this form. Probably not the best.
And you assume they're here.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I used to be a bounty hunter. And it was very easy to go after, my bounties, when I, assumed this form. But, that tends to piss people off. So.
I'm back.
Well, as far
Welcome
as
back.
being accepted in this town, I'm of a different race, clearly, and so is Slugger. They seem to be taken to us. Maybe you just have to prove yourself,
That is true.
if you so wish.
Well, I have many selves.
Clearly.
And I'm just gonna kind of look at Weird Cloak Sammy and just be like, oh god, if you're not going to change back, then I will. And I'm going to change back into Ren. Let's just go back to the I just want some more dip. We'll talk about it then.
On the way back, Alex, you mentioned to Sluggo what these are, and that sparks a memory for Slugga.
That's what. Wait, hold on. I have been gone a minute. What was I being told?
Alex told you that they are changelings,
Yes.
and that sparked a memory for you. What you know of a changeling is they do have a form, a standard form. It's very rare to see them in their standard true form. They almost appear faded and devoid of detail, almost like clay-like. You have seen a changeling in that state before.
Yes, he has.
Just to settle my curiosity, is anyone else in this group capable of changing form, like these two are?
Oh, yes, I'd like to know that as well. Show and tell, show and tell, show and tell.
As you're leaving the old light, Giove will raise a mug to you as you're going by and go, "Nice show."
As you are.
Oh, sorry, Gorvy. If you're wondering who Gorvy is the person that sends out all the street sweepers. He's a half orc. Very heavily tattooed. Spends most of his day drunk on his porch, which is pretty much sitting right where you guys were looking.
You're quite welcome, young man.
See, he didn't look like he was put out by your other forms.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know there was another person there.
I brought up you're on the side of a town. Relic in the middle when the sun's up.
Luckily, the next closest, like the house you're all around right now, is Gorvy's. Like I said, he's a half orc. He runs Junk Beach. He's the trash collector. In fact, he runs 24 people to collect the trash. They push red wheelbarrows around town and collect all the refuse. So you are familiar with them.
It is safe to assume that the entire town is going to know now.
Let's hope we get to leave the town soon.
Well, you know, a lot of people don't particularly like Gorvy, so maybe not. He harasses women, you know, drinks, carouses. But anyway.
You saw my DM, by the way, right, Airee?
That's up to you, man. If you want to run it, run it.
Okay. Well, I suppose since we got that result, I can just tell them what I flipped for. So this is an idea I brought up with Airee a little while back. Actually, I can probably explain it later. Let's continue on with the story since we got started a bit late. But yeah, it'll be a fun little thing to share.
Are we going to get more deep? Yes.
I suppose that's a thing we could do.
Well, I mean, if we were all done here, I'd like some, more food.
Soup. You want more soup?
I don't want soup. You want soup, I don't want soup. I'll fucking change just my head if I have to drink soup in this fucking body. So why you chose this thing, it's bullshit. Just get there. I want my dip.
Fredo's staring hard at Sammy Rin. Just confused. It's just like he's very intrigued by the fact that they kind of just swapped bodies.
As he's staring so intently, I change just my head into that of Delilah's and stick my tongue out at him. And then change back really quick.
He kind of looks down a little bit.
I suppose that we're on our way, right? Yeah. Nah. I didn't choose that. There.
You're all random.
I might have by accident. I was looking at my pictures in a file.
Airee,
And then I
you're
clicked
gonna have
back
to.
and I was changed.
Airee, either you or Star One will have to show me how to do all of that token changing thing because I have not a clue, and I know I haven't given you any artwork.
I had to make a new token. So if you have a bunch of artwork, send it all at once.
I do, and I will.
That'll save me from going, oh, you want another? Oh, you want another?
I will send you multiples at one time.
I think Ren has 12 now.
Let me find out.
Honestly, you should probably give us tokens of all of the other characters too.
Yes, I am
on the
12.
safe side.
So, Sammy, you're back in your form, and your clothes are in tatters.
She's not back in her form. She's still in my form.
Okay,
But she's
she's
in
in
my
Ren's form, and your clothes are still in tatters.
Are you? Wait, what do you look like?
I look like you want to switch clothes?
Yeah, she
I
she
mean-
looks like a Sammy in baggy clothes.
I mean, I'm not gonna change clothes in the middle of the street.
I'm gonna run
So
inside the Rusty Dragon and grab a blanket.
I mean, everybody's already seen all your business.
yeah, I'm not worried about being in tattered clothes.
I mean, I did offer to like go into the general stores, like, hey, can I get a cloak? And you're like,
The
no, I
funny
don't.
thing
Well,
is I'm
do
in
me a
tattered
favor.
clothes, looking like Ren.
I
That's what is hilarious to me.
I undress completely and hand all of my clothes to the other me.
Middle
All
of
I
the
need- so you're Sammy naked.
Yep. And I'm gonna strut into there super fucking confident.
What the fuck? You better not do it. Don't do it. Why do you always fucking do
I
this?
kick. I'm gonna not only strut in, I'm kicking the fucking door in when I strut in, so all eyes turn on me.
I am
stairs with
moving
a
as
blanket.
quickly
See the
as I
door.
can in tattered clothes with trying to wrap the robe around me as quickly as possible with the cane. Get your fucking ass back here and put your damn clothes on. I don't want everybody to see that.
I'm gonna run up to the nude Sammy and wrap the blanket around her by force if I have to.
What are you
What?
doing?
Slug is just gonna like rifle through his bag trying to find something to like toss over.
What?
Like toss the bag just turn the
Here's
box.
a silver coin.
God damn it, this is why you never have sisters. I could
Just
have been an
resist me
only
wrapping
child.
you in a blanket.
Slugga pulls out a sock.
Alex is just standing there with his hands on his hips, just looking with a calm expression at this whole shebang going down as fake Sammy kicks open the door and then gets mugged by people trying to clothe her and just turns to Ganeda. So how long do you reckon before Amiko kicks us out?
She won't kick us out. There are going to be people that are going to be flocking to the brothel very soon, making requests for naked Sammy.
Is Sammy in her normal short person height?
No, she's me right now.
She's Rin.
Yeah.
Oh. There was a misunderstanding here.
She is
So the
Rin
naked-
in Sammy
Hold on.
clothes, and I am Sammy naked.
She is
You're wrapped in a
Ren
blanket.
in Sammy clothes that were stretched by the giant barbarian.
Hmm.
So they're baggy clothes on Ren. And everything's hanging out anyway.
The,
Oh yeah,
Sammy who kicked in the door.
my boobs are longer than your shirt, so your titty nipples
Yes.
are hanging out the bottom, bitch.
Exactly why I was trying to wrap your cloak around me that you took off and left on the street.
I didn't take it off, and I gave it to you.
All right, well, what you left it to me on the street, whatever. As you gave it to me, I'm wrapping it around me for that reason.
Yeah. So you can be modest,
Mhm.
and this Sammy, not so much.
That
Did
is my fault. That is
Did you hear what I did?
Yeah, you wrapped a blanket around me.
Oh, okay.
what you
Literally,
don't
like, I
know
knelt
my
down
head.
to you, my wings spread out. Don't look, don't look.
I'm just gonna be like yelling at you. Do you know how long it took me to convince your boss that I wasn't going to be one of those brothel girls? And now here you are, stretching everything in front of everyone.
I'm just gonna yell back at her in Sammy's voice. Yeah, and for free.
What?
Fucking bitch.
Would you please stop causing a ruckus?
This, like, porn you hear about. What is going on? Not good.
Alex is going to turn to Ganeda and just pointedly ask, you want to go and take a walk on the Schooner Gulch Road before Baylor conveniently shows up and starts arresting people?
I mean, I thought that you would be taken up with one of them by now.
Oh, absolutely. I just don't want to be in chains when I do it.
Oh, good point.
Are you sure that could be incorporated?
See you tonight, honey. I'm just going to
Strangely-
casually take a walk along the dock until I get outside of the town.
Alex, this gives you strangely gives you a memory of reading one of your sister's short stories.
I'm so glad you caught that.
Well-
And you're absolutely right.
Maybe if fake Sammy starts pantomiming this, we could have a whole show and make some coin. You could read one of your sisters or recite one of your sister's short stories, and Sammy whatever can, you know.
Please go back to normal face. It's
I'm trying to
confusing.
wrestle.
the gold in the world.
I'm trying to wrestle you
Confused.
upstairs.
So are we upstairs or downstairs?
Well, there's a bird with a blanket over his shoulder and something kicking around inside of it trying to go upstairs.
Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here.
Wait, do you have me like completely covered from head to toe, or just around the torso and whatnot?
Your head's free, but other than that, it's just like you're being swaddled as
Okay.
much as I can.
I'm gonna pull the blanket over my head, and then you just like feel some rustling and whatnot under the blanket, and I get smaller.
What? Rin, what are you doing? What did you do?
Smaller than who?
Smaller than you.
Smaller than Sammy?
Mm-hmm.
Sammy's already the smallest one there. How small can you get?
No, you're not.
Sammy's
How tall are you?
3'2". Sammy is 3'2".
Scanlan.
Well, then depending on the answer that I get later, I may have gotten bigger, I may have gotten smaller. We'll find out in a minute.
Is this the reason why Airee is over here giggling? Did you
Uh,
say something that's making him giggle?
I'm going to try to carry whatever I'm holding to her room, and then realize that I don't have the key. So I'm just standing in front of her door holding a body in a bag, apparently. What is going on?
Yeah.
I sit you down and open the blanket.
Hey, Slugga, how tall are you?
3'8".
I'm Slugga, but female.
Oh no.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Well, now you have to describe what this looks like, because I'm curious to know what you think a female slugger looks like.
I imagine like a male Slugga, but just a slightly like a
Curvy.
Long
What's her-
eyelashes.
what's her name? Babs? Babs Bunny?
Lola Bunny?
Lola Bunny, yeah. That.
Oh,
Just slightly more curved. A more feminine type of Slugga.
okay. So I was curious to see how you're gonna like describe it, because if you described it in a certain way, I was gonna be like, oh, well, you just like look like his sister or something, which would be weird. But no, that's a unique way of huh. That's not good, because I just watched a video on something having to do with Lola Bunny.
You just watched a video on what? You cut out a lot.
Huh? What?
You cut out a lot. I didn't hear what you said. You watched a video on what?
I'll just send it.
Okay.
I'll
I don't know which name to call you. I will not be calling you Slugga. What is... Well, I guess this is no longer a secret.
Why don't you just call up? Oh, no, sorry.
Can she speak?
I can't.
Can you
I
speak in
can't.
this form?
There's the video for you.
Yeah, she can speak.
Off topic. There's the video.
And she's gonna look up at you and just be like, damn, I didn't think of a voice for this. This has no sound. What the fuck? She's gonna look up at you and be like, you could just call me Kitty.
Fuck.
Alex and Ganyeta walk back into the inn and see Slugga and Sluggette and sort of look at each other,
Upstairs.
turn back around and walk out the door.
Sounds
We're
good to me.
upstairs.
So it's just like staring for a minute, and he's just like he's like putting his hands to his temples, like,
I'm upstairs.
oh, okay. So Slugga
Yeah.
hasn't even seen this yet.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I carried her to her room thinking it was Sammy in a blanket, and then I sat it down after some weight shifted and found Lola Slugga.
I've done some. Oh wait, no, never mind. I'm an idiot.
I feel like we came back here to answer questions, and now more questions are just being created.
Yeah, but now I don't need clothes, so I'm just gonna look back at Spiral and be like, "You can take me downstairs now."
Slugga still wears clothes though.
She does wear clothes.
But this one is naked. I don't need clothes. I'm furry.
Okay.
So I'll
Not
just
everything is furry.
Well, then you know what? I look like
She's furry in some places, except where it matters.
I have all of the feathers on Allegretto's face kind of just poofs up as he slowly reaches down and picks up the Slugga Delilah Rin, Sammy, and starts walking back down the stairs, but like the right foot hits the lower step and then the left one matches it. He's walking down really slow and he's doing the 1,000-yard stare the whole time, just cluck.
Airee, would you do me a favor?
Mm?
Would you put me back on the board? Because I forgot that you've got like that dynamic lighting thing. So I like deleted myself and now I'm blind.
Oof.
As soon as I see you, it's, oh, holy fucking Desna. What are you doing? This shit, I cannot with you.
I mean, what do you want? You want to walk around naked then?
Slugga he's literally just staring, and like, for the first time
Pop
ever,
you
he's gonna
down.
form a full sentence, just staring, just, what the fuck?
I'm gonna sit you down. Actually, no, I'm gonna put you on the table.
Okay, well, you want a female slug cat, I got a female slug cat for you, but it's not what you're expecting.
What?
I-
Oh, you're gonna send a picture?
Yeah, I decided to look it up.
Alex, desperately trying
But
to
the
maintain
picture
calm
format's
in
not
the
what you
situation, will just lean up on the table as he sits down finally. Look at
Now,
the situation in its totality, and then just look at Slugga. You never told me you had a sister with a penchant for streaking.
So I just need to give the warning here. I googled female slug cat, and this is
Great.
This is one of the first fucking images that came up.
Oh,
I'm
great.
sorry.
I'm gonna
He said,
lean
"I'm
over
sorry."
to. I'm leaning over to Alex. How do you remain calm in situations like this?
Hey, you know what? That works. There you go.
I was about to say, I'm like, she doesn't hate it.
It looks like it's naked too, so
If this is what I saw, I didn't go downstairs. Kidding.
My head hurts.
I'm too.
Everything.
and since
Welcome
he sat
to
me
my
on
world.
the table, I'll just put my legs off the edge and cross them. Hands behind, like palms flat, leaned back on my palms. Wag my tail a little bit.
Who are you facing?
That one's a pole dancer.
It's so
Because
tiny.
of the legs.
Who are you facing?
Or assume because of the pole.
I would be facing, I guess, This way? Maybe this way?
Where's your tail pointed towards?
This way?
Yeah, so if your tail's moving, I'm just watching the end of it. It's just so strange to see it. He's thinking of Delilah while looking at you and just imagines, like, he's imagining a bunch of weird changes happening at once, like Delilah with the long tail, but with Sammy's head. And just a bunch of other stuff, and he's just like, this is very confusing.
Reto's the kind of person who can't decide on the character creator, like what he wants, and he keeps on switching between the presets and just doesn't know.
But
Come on, that's not like a new person phrase right there. Don't make me sound like young as hell by just not understanding that sense, man. Please.
I don't know what the fuck you said either.
You know how in character creation for like
Uh-huh.
games and stuff, like you can like switch between like preset groups of stuff for like torso types or head types or faces and stuff. Like
Yeah.
Greto's the kind of person who keeps on swapping between them and matching a bunch of stuff that doesn't match and just going, huh, what about this look?
Oh.
maybe the bird. I got my character made 20 seconds.
And he's talking about the way you just described, like what I would look like with different parts.
Yeah. But, like, Slug, I've got thrown off from this because I wasn't expecting this to happen this session.
Surprise.
Which is
D&D
perfect
motherfucker.
because Slug is the same way. Slug is like, you thought he was at a loss of words before. He just kind of like doing this thing where he like just keeps on like gesturing and pointing, and it's like his mouth moves like he's about to say something and then just closes again, and he just keeps on looking like it's like this weird feeling of like very confusing mixed feelings about this. I just realized that's a design. I just realized this is supposed to be a design on a body pillow. I just now realized why this design's like that. Oh, fuck.
Okay, I have a question for you both, Rin and Sammy. Is it, you know, you said that it's like an interchangeable jacket. Do you have an endless supply of jackets, or
Yeah.
or is it just sort of based on whatever you see and they can become a jacket?
We can
Mhm.
customize.
Yes. It's like I have a jacket, but I also have a sewing machine.
Slug like thinks and that's like goes, wait, so fur change color? Question mark?
I could, yeah.
Or I could give a boob lift, and they go perky. I now have Ren's body with Delilah's boobs.
Alex, I may need counseling after this. Are you willing to help?
I don't know what that means, but it sounds like you want to vent at me for the next hour.
Is that a no?
It's not a no.
And
It'll happen at some point. He goes back to staring at her tail.
I will say though, it's we're able to do quite a bit, but what makes things easier when we're trying to like start a new life is to use somebody we've seen before and the identity they already have. So like Sammy, there is a Sammy.
Changeling towns, lots of times, pretty much maybe even the entire town would have certain mask. You're calling jackets, a lot of them call it mask. Say like if there's a particular person that's the doctor and they're not available, somebody else that can heal might assume that person's form just to put the others at ease.
But you can assume the appearance of another person, but do you take on their skills as well, or do you still maintain your internal skills and
Oh
the
no, I'm still me. I'm still Yang. I just, I'm also Ren, right? I look like Ren. I sound like Ren. I don't have to sound like Ren. I can sound like somebody else if I want to. You know.
I don't think
And
that
then
they knew that name.
Yang?
Yes. Well, yeah, I did say that before. There's lots of things we didn't talk about yet.
Manamasa, I wonder if we should take this conversation not in the middle of the bar.
Yes, well, that's what I was thinking the entire time, and then you started going around naked like a crazy boy.
And yet here you are with perky
So-
boobs in a 68-year-old woman's body.
That
Yes, and
certainly
I'm
would
also
explain
hiding
why
it
Belle's been
underneath a
cleaning
big
the same
cloak.
glass for the last 30 seconds.
It is
30
hidden
seconds,
beneath
you
a
mean
cloak.
30 minutes?
I
No,
did not walk in naked and have to be chased down by a bird.
Well, technically you did.
I did not. I was
Mm.
wrapped. There was clothes. Let's go upstairs.
But you
We're
did.
going upstairs. We're going upstairs. I hate you so much.
Are we all going upstairs?
Any more questions? Any more questions upstairs? Away
Wait,
from
Mana,
people.
Mana,
What?
go tell them about the room.
What room?
My room.
Oh, fuck. Alright. And I walk over to the bar and I say, yes, I will not be. I would like to have someone else in my room temporarily. And, they will come down here and say hi to you. And I would like them to have a key. If that's okay. Is it okay?
Alex leans
Alright.
over to Allegra. Doesn't Rin already have the key?
I don't. I'm very old. I need help. And, it'd be
I
nice if
believe- I believe she
My
dropped
friend.
it when she shut her closed the first time.
It would be nice if
Possibly.
my friend had a key.
Shouldn't we go get it?
I
It's
mean,
a
let's-
student of mine.
I'll go get it.
She's talking to you, Airee, not Airee.
She talking to Belle?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not an issue to get a key.
Basically, she's just saying that somebody else is going to be in that room from time to time.
Well, they don't normally go in when somebody's there, so
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine this is one of those things where they frequently go in to check or care.
And I come back in holding the blanket I took from my room. I put it back. And then I'm gonna go. Well, here's a question. When Rin, I'm talking to the players. When you changed the first time, where did your clothes go?
You mean when I went from Delilah to Rin?
No, because I assume you had your room key on you, and then you went full nude and gave your clothes away. So it's like, do you have the key, or does the other one have the key and the clothes?
The
you
other
gave
one.
her?
The other one has it.
Oh, so she has the key the whole time.
Yeah, I was getting a spare key. Or basically just telling. Really, it was just letting them know I didn't need a key. But I wanted them to think that somebody else was staying there and they would have a key and that it made sense. For another person they have not seen before to be coming and going.
I'm gonna pick at the rags and braid a couple of the rags into a kind of like a lanyard, and put the key on the end and hand it to Sammy and say, if you change again, maybe it'd be easier to keep track of it if it's around your neck.
Oh, that's very sweet. I love that idea. Thank you. I'm gonna put it around my neck.
Don't lose them in the abyss. They're hanging in front of you.
Oh yes, thank you. Way down over there, and by that table of ruffians.
Is that what we're calling Sammy's room now?
The
A
abyss?
table of ruffians.
Yeah.
Not no, because that Sammy will be as the naked Sammy is gone.
But is she?
You saw nothing. She is not that kind of girl.
Okay, are we? Oh, what? Are we all up in a room now talking?
Yeah, we can go into whatever room everybody wants to go to, just whatever is not in the middle of the tavern.
I don't know if there is a room big enough to fit all of us.
Let's be honest, we're clearly comfortable with each other by this point.
Oh, gracious. Okay, what are your questions?
Okay,
Let's
mine looks
just
a
get
little
it all out
better.
there.
Mine looks better than that, Airee. Let's just be honest.
Let's see here, which... So that's a
No, that's
2x3.
the natural form.
This is my room.
That's without a mask.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Mine without a mask looks better than that.
Pretty featureless.
Yeah, I know. But compared to those, art-wise, it looks better.
Now, this is going to sound weird, but to be perfectly fair, if we are concerned about fitting everybody into one room, there is technically the... Fuck it, I'm not saying this. What the fuck am I doing?
What?
I was going to say there's the bathroom downstairs.
I was actually going to suggest the bath, but
Yeah, we've all been hurt a little bit. I mean, a relaxing bath could be a good way to deal with the fact that we've got heavily fucked over.
I mean,
this
the
day.
bath is downstairs.
Yeah.
So
we
I
came
guess
upstairs and we're like, ah, shit, hold on.
We have to kick people out of the bath.
That's fine.
That's fine. We can do that. We're the heroes. Oh,
So look, if you would allow me first, I have
it's not that way. That's a toilet, I think. Is it here? No.
I will look back to the bar.
That's a closet.
Say nothing strange is happening. Don't worry about it. I just
Yeah, here we
wave
go.
a challenge.
Guys, back here.
Slugger
Alex
just
looks
wants in a hot tub with the other bunny.
Alex looks at Belle. If Miko asks, we're doing stupid shit.
Well, you are adventurers.
so
Close that door.
Yeah, let's close it. And I'm gonna. Does it have a way to lock from the inside?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
I don't like. Aree's like, I don't know how I feel about this anymore. Maybe I should have designed this building without a bath.
Like I'm just gonna sit his
Is this
armor.
the door right here too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Believe it is a door.
If it is a door, I lock it too.
No, there are questions, and I know that people are confused. What would help? Do you want me to look different? Should I? And then I change into Sammy. Is this better? Less
Yeah.
confusing?
So, is this the form you're most comfortable in, and is this the name that you're most comfortable with? Or do we switch names every time you switch forms, like Delilah and Rin? And...
You can call me whatever you want, honestly. I go by the name Sammy because this form there is actually a Sammy with this form. And I kind of, borrowed it. So that's why I go by Sammy, because if somebody recognizes me as Sammy, then we're good. I have 2 other forms that I tend to use. both of them, people know the names associated with those forms. You know, so if we were to use any names, it could be confusing if somebody was like, "Hey, I thought I knew you. I thought you were so and so." But you can call me whatever you want to call me. My birth name is Yang.
Well, how do we know who is who?
Well, I'm me, and she's the slut.
But I mean,
Wow.
a little while ago, you were her and she was you, and it's very confusing.
Yes,
See,
but
I
she was
told
still the slut.
Well, I
Well,
suppose
no-
I should put it this way. If we're in battle, how am I going... Well, I guess it'll show by your weapons. I guess we'll just have to judge by your weapons.
Yeah, I mean, you know, well, we still do what we do. I try to do it with clothes on.
Mm-mm-mm.
Given the actions earlier today, taken today, I question that slightly. However, Rin,
Yeah.
I do actually have somewhat of a concern.
hmm
Why all the promiscuity?
I'm sorry, are you asking why I sleep with others?
No, I'm asking why you apparently have no care for nudity, like you shed your clothes and your skin like it matters nothing.
Excuse me, sir. I may be allowed to speak to her being a slut, but nobody else can call her a slut. Only I can do that because I am her sister and I love her.
You stripped
So
naked in front
you're
of the tavern.
You are treading in dangerous territory. You respect her.
Oh, Manamaso, stop. It is because I am not as stuck up as her.
Wow.
Perhaps I should change my question. Has this never gotten you in trouble with other cities or towns before?
Well, to be honest, Alex, it took us a year to get here from our village, and we've been here for 10 years. I've been Delilah, a courtesan, for 10 years. No, my nakedness has never gotten me in trouble.
If anything, it's gotten her famous.
Very well.
So,
For clarity, I have not always been Sammy. I have not been Sammy for 10 years. I think that's crazy. Committing to one identity for that long.
You're
But,
telling
you know.
me. It's been really freeing switching it up now. Almost like we're back in the village.
You guys are like the first people that we've really talked to about this in over a decade. It's kind of weird.
Certainly see why.
all so much sharing today.
Yeah. You know, I think it's the pork dip.
Look, it just like holds in, just tries holding in a bit of a laugh, and it's just the stress of the day kind of lets out a bit of a chuck.
That and almost dying together a number of times tends to bring people a little bit closer.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
A little bit. He stares over at Alex for a minute.
What?
On the plus side, it's getting much easier day to day understanding Slugga.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
two little
okay.
boys.
Your speech has gotten a lot better.
Thank you. Slug is like I don't think he can blush, but he does have like a very warm smile on his face, just a nice little happy smile on his face.
I pat his head with my slug in hand.
Okay,
Go ahead.
The head on your shoulders, sir.
No, I know that. I know that. I forgot what I was gonna say. My head hurts. I really should hydrate more. The slug is again. He's just like, I'm still confused about this, and he just kind of like gestures at Slugette. I guess that's what we're going with for now.
Slugette.
Are you curious, Slugger, or interested? I say in deep speech.
Slugger like looks over and responds very quickly back in deep speech, like, "What do you mean, interested or whatever the other word you said is?" Because I'm having trouble focusing right now.
Deep speech. Well, that tends to happen.
Oh my God,
Are you aroused? Do you need me to leave the water?
Just wow, Airee.
Alex hears this conversation too, by the way.
I'm not hiding it from him.
I know, but it's just like I'm sitting here like looking at you, looking over at Alex, like, you hearing this shit? And it's like,
It's like, what do you
well,
want?
first of all, you'd be able to tell because it's
What do you want
water,
from me? I'm
but-
rubbing myself down in the corner.
Don't phrase it like that.
Are you in the bath or just like in the corner of the room?
I'm in the corner
Just
of
in
a room,
the
just like
corner
rubbing
of the
myself down with a
room.
wet cloth.
Slug is in the back.
Yep.
They don't seem
He
to.
phrased it like
Gan and
that.
Sammy seem to be fine. You have space in the tub if you need me to move.
I just can you do the? He's like trying to think of the best way to word this to Slugette. Can you do the jump thing?
You bounce.
I normal jump.
Okay, so changing the forms doesn't give him like the racial abilities of said race, like
No.
rabbit hop.
No. No.
Slug just like looks and is like, huh? Because how high is this roof right now? In this
Oh,
room?
you're in a 10-foot ceiling.
Oh yeah, so if he jumps right now, he'd hit his head on the ceiling, guaranteed. So we're not gonna do that. But Slug would like look up and like Logan's like, if I jump, concussion.
I think, Slugger, it's just like a costume. It isn't really. It isn't. She can't really do the same things. It's just she appears that she could.
Slugger just kind of like pokes her shoulder and just goes, but Cat, like this real. What?
Think of it
she
this
can
way,
do the
Slug
kind
Up.
of things that she needs to do her job. She can do.
I
Think of
could be
it-
more than a kitty, and I'll just change into a female Arakocra.
His wings splash, just a bunch of water goes up against the side.
Oh, my eyes!
You've blinded
I
out.
And he's stuck on that.
Yes,
He's
my
stuck on
eyes! Feathers in my eyes! Oh!
I point at Alex, and then I point at the bird. I point at Alex. I point at the bird. The whole time, his feathers are just. A feather falls off of his wing.
That's a sign
I
he's
get
getting
it.
old and dying.
I go
Well,
for
yeah,
the
I only
feather.
lived.
With Alex like saying, my eyes, I actually will turn back into Delilah. Mind you, she's fucking naked, and she's gonna like walk up to him and like try and help get, if there's soap or something in his eyes, get it out.
I'm just assuming that when Allegrado started freaking out, he just like whapped my character in the face with his wing.
And my wings, yeah, with his wingspan, definitely.
Oh, thank you.
The female Arakocra that Airee just posted. Perfect.
Where? I said
Yeah, that's
where?
about what I
So the little link, I'm like, what's that?
You're an asshole.
Gunhead is gonna lean over to Sammy and say, "Hey, do you remember that image that Alex conjured up when we were down underneath the glassworks? You should change it to that."
Alex palms his face. Oh no.
I
Change it
do
to
it.
what? What are you? A closet?
I
closet?
change
The
into
tiefling.
the very descriptive tiefling he conjured
No.
when we were fighting in the tunnels.
Ah.
You know, someone did bring up a very good point. If you guys were to do this for a show, you would make a ton of gold.
By the way, this is the Airee that I changed
What?
into.
What kind of show?
Neat.
Burlesque.
Yeah, his wings straight up went in front of. Yeah, he's underwater. He's fine. He's not leaving the water yet.
So
He's staring at where you were.
Bryn's entire point this episode is to turn everyone else into furries. That's essentially what's happening.
I mean, I was born a furry.
A feathery?
I've had a
Yeah.
sound grenade explode in my face. I'm pretty sure I'm screwed up enough to be a furry, so we're good.
I just want it noted that when the feather fell off of Greto, I did pick it up.
What?
And I'm keeping
What
said
does that
feather.
have to do with anything?
No.
I had made a point a couple sessions back that I wanted that feather for my hat, and I am keeping it.
That is a thing you did.
Yep.
I did do that. Alex, I don't, and I apologize if you did some of this in the RP drop, but have you shared anything about that tiefling?
Yes, a little bit.
Okay, all right. I need
Here,
to
I
go back and
can
read
read through it for you real quick if you want, unless Alex
that. Oh,
wants.
you don't have to do that.
I don't want to read, so can I have the TLDR?
TLDR, his sister wrote fan fiction, and that was one of the main characters in it, or something.
Ah.
That's the short of it, yeah.
Okay, cool.
There's just a lot that's been said in there.
Yes, there is. I plan on reading it on my road trip.
Ooh. I wish I had a fucking road trip to read it on.
I'm going with a toddler. No, you don't.
You're right.
So Slugga, at some point, he's gonna point over it. Sammy's now Sammy again, right?
No, Sammy's the tiefling now. Said
Yeah.
it was Sammy until Ganyetta told me to turn into the tiefling.
Does Alex have any reaction to that?
As stated beforehand, Alex, after he sees the tiefling, will just like palm his face, like, oh no.
Now, since Sammy does not know what the tiefling sounds like, you hear Sammy's voice coming from the tiefling. Hi.
God.
What's
Just as a
wrong?
note,
You don't
I
like
cast
it?
minor illusion earlier to make it like the sound of low drums banging in this room. Do 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 do.
You're playing
Can't
the
imagine.
Pornhub intro.
I can't imagine what they're thinking on the outside of this room.
I
It's gonna
imagine
be
they're
filled
thinking
with
exactly
goblins.
what Alex said when he was the last one in and turned to Bells like, if we're in the bath and you hear stupid shit, we're doing stupid shit.
Just all she hears is my eyes, boom, 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 boom.
Flash.
Belle's at the bar going, adventures.
I'm gonna have to clean it up later.
Why
There
is
was
it always a different
definitely-
part of mine that's getting hurt during?
He will calm his wings. He'll put his wings back behind him. And he'll just walk out, facing the corner, and just slowly put his clothes back on. Why did
We
it
got
get
way
quiet?
too quiet after that sentence. That was kind of freaky. But so Slugger's got like another question now. He like points at the tiefling Sammy and goes, "So Rin has cat, but if
Yeah.
you go cat, you look different or same."
I could look like whatever I want to look like.
Within reason, but I don't think
Yes,
you can
within
take
reason.
animal form.
I can change into a tabaxi.
Yeah, but they're humanoid.
Yes.
Here you go, Spiral. I found this looking for female versions.
I have to have the same layout of limbs. So like I wouldn't be able to turn into a centaur.
It does mean you could grow or lose a tail, though. I think.
What the fuck?
It's your dick.
Oh,
Yeah,
gracious.
that-
Why
What
did I
image did you
download
just
that?
It was definitely. It doesn't show the image, but that's definitely what happened when he got out the water. This poor bird.
What? I
Roll for a
probably-
deck save there.
I should have thought of that. Let's just say Slugger's gonna stay in the water for right now. Because this is gonna be
You asked
awkward.
if I changed into a cat or if I changed into a different cat or what I could look like.
More so like if you
Um,
turn into another of Slugger's species, do you look the exact same as Rin, or is it?
Oh, but is it different?
Yes, like,
Yeah.
Oh,
like first time changing.
you know what I want to do? I want to change.
I don't know if I want to hear the end of the sentence.
I want to change back into the Aarakocra and just explain to him when I said that we can customize, I meant we can customize. And when I say that, I want to, like, what you guys will see is like the feathers of the bird kind of like blur a little bit, but then every single feather changes a different color.
Ooh, pretty. Just hearing Greto off in the distance. Not only does he have a 1,000-yard stare, he has a 1,000-yard voice.
It's a 5-foot stare at this point.
Yeah, I guess because you're staring in the corner, but yeah. He's in timeout.
No, he's stressed. He's staring at the bird because he's not used to seeing that anymore.
Anymore. Backstory.
Alex is just sitting in the edge of this little tiny bathhouse, just on a stool, just like thinking, what the fuck has become of my life?
Quite adventurous, if you ask me. This is definitely not boring.
Certainly agree to that.
Off topic. This bath is nice.
Speaking of which, again, do you plan on, not that it's to get too personal, but I did sit on your face today. Do you want to clean yourself?
I already did when we came back earlier, before we went to the lighthouse.
Oh, I see.
I will turn back into the female slug cat now, though. And you know what? I'll give me black polka dots.
Oh.
finished discussing what we needed to all be in the same room for. This is not that I'm complaining. This has been very.
Crowded?
Do we have any other
It
questions?
is not crowded.
I feel like there was some confusion around the fact that we have different personas and like why there are different names attached to that persona and like how you refer to each of us. And, there was some confusion about the fact that we are actually twin sisters, even though we've been saying that we're sisters from the start. Nobody seems to believe me when I say she my sister.
So, this skill that you have for taking on the form of other people, could it be used like if we had to disguise as someone else, possibly, to get information?
Yeah. Absolutely. The problem is the clothing, as you may have noticed. That's an issue. And I was thinking about this the other day because like some of yous have magic and one of yous could like conjure illusions. You could conjure some clothing to cover our nibbly bit. And then we could, change into whoever in the clothes.
I cast minor illusion on Slugette and essentially give her whatever would be a bikini back then, close to what Delilah wears, just on her.
Unfortunately, how the spell reads is the clothes wouldn't move.
Oh, that's fine.
It's like they've
I'm
been
doing-
really starched.
Yeah, I'm doing the like what the cameraman does to frame his photo. I'm doing that and putting it on you if you're not moving.
No, I mean, it would be like trying to wear a static hologram.
Yeah, so it's like
I know.
it's like someone put like a flat glass pane that had like a bikini painted on of it in just so the angle, so when you're looking at Slugette, it looks like she's wearing a bikini. But from every other angle, it doesn't look like that at all.
Yes.
Yeah, I would still try it.
That's what he's doing.
Wow. I say that we just invest in clothes.
I find
Yeah,
that
but
wise.
I mean, like, if we were trying to impersonate somebody, like, if we need to pretend to be, like, a member of the god, and we don't have, like, the god's uniform.
I have a question. So, Delilah, I will call you. Could you change into the invisible creature that gave us a hard time?
How many? Can I see a picture of it again?
The closet?
Was it a closet? Is that what that was? The female thing? Is it somewhere in the pictures?
I don't
gotta
think
look
you can
at
turn into a closet. This is Spoon, not Alex, because it's a tiny creature and you can't turn into tiny creatures.
Mm-hmm. It has to be, size medium
I think it was like
only? Or,
Medium or small.
yes.
And this is a out of character question. For them to change into something, they have to have seen it before, or can they just use imagination?
We
They'd
can
have
use
to have seen the species
imagination.
before.
Right. We can, like, use imagination, but, like, if you were to describe something, it would be like a sketch artist. Like, we could turn into what you describe, but there's no guarantee that it's going to be identical unless we've seen it.
Yeah, we could say all we like. It's like, oh hey, Sammy, turn into a Yuan-Ti. If you ever see Yuan-Ti, you can just look at us and it's like, what the fuck is a Yuan-Ti?
So, like, I may have never seen a I'm trying to think of things that I haven't seen before. I may have never seen a Asimar before. But if you described it, I would change into something that looked like your description. So it probably wouldn't be. It wouldn't be exact, and you'd probably be able to clearly tell a difference.
Well, if nothing else, this is something that can be useful in the future. Maybe we'll be able to have some sort of use for this talent of yours.
Well,
Speaking
thank you.
of which, Rin, is turning into the cat a unique thing of yours? I've never seen Sammy do it.
No, she could do it.
I have no interest in having fur balls.
I don't have fur balls. I
Are
don't
you
use my
sure?
tongue to clean my. That's gross.
I mean, you forget I've seen you sleep.
I'm referring to
Yeah.
the panther-like creature.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't see
Oh,
how you
yeah.
guys didn't catch that one.
yeah, you've seen me sleep, which means you know I don't nick myself. I just have
Well,
crippling nightmares.
oh, if okay. And I will turn into a tabaxi.
As she does that, Alex will point a finger up. It's like, perhaps I should be more specific with my question. The four-legged beast that Rin savaged the zombies with?
Oh,
one
that
of
cat.
those.
Oh yeah, no, that's me.
It was like, I don't know how much more specific I need to be. But then again, we've had every variety of cat on this campaign except for Tabaxi.
No,
and
I don't.
now
do
we've had Tabaxi.
tabaxi.
Yeah, no, that cat's me. That's
Oh
just
my
me.
god, is this the origin of the kitten lair?
What time would you say it is at this point?
I imagine that I could change into any animal so long as I've seen it before. That one I have to see. And to
Within
clarify,
certain hit dice. As you go up in levels, you can do bigger and bigger critters.
I relay that in a way that makes sense in character.
Alex is just kind of sitting there, shirtless, gobsmacked, while leaning on his right hand. He's like, I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of amazing, and... Egad, Sammy.
Egad?
Egads. He's replying to her tabaxi form.
Oh yeah, no, I know. He's just Slugger's is like, what kind
This
of word
man-
is egad?
He
Ta-da.
says tally ho when we're getting ready to lay pipe, alright? Like, his verbiage is not new.
God.
Slugger's is like, yeah, I remember now.
What, I don't get to see many Tabaxi?
No, I'm talking about Tally Ho.
Yes, the prey is found.
Alex.
Slugger?
I'll turn back into naked Delilah.
Any other questions?
So this wasn't just a loose proposition for Rin to start the session of group sex. Just clarifying.
No.
Oh, what?
Sorry,
Some of
Grenada, it looks like you got away.
Some of you have higher achievement possibilities than others. So definitely not.
I'm very confused.
Sort of like looks at himself like, hey, wait a second. Talking about how good I fight?
Yes. Slugga, I am, and I pat him on the head with my human hand.
I learn. That's a
I
euphemism.
also, because he's probably comfortable enough to like let me actually carry him, I'm still in the bath. I'm scooping this little fucker up, and I'm snuggling him. The face forward, not face towards me.
Slugga's just like he just like freezes up. It's like, uh. Okay, this is kind of nice.
Yes, she's naked.
And I
That
get to
too.
cuddle a kitty.
A 3'8" kid.
Look,
With a
I want to.
tail.
In real life, I want to Serval, and it's bigger than that, so I'm fine.
Good point.
Lean over to Alex. Do you know, I've known Delilah for more than a year. The most I got was a hug. This is actually quite humorous.
This is a hug.
In what way?
That's just my luck.
But it is
Bird
a hug.
up.
I mean, that seems to be all of our luck. After all, we're here apparently in some insane, inane plot to save the town from being massacred by goblins being led by a fallen Asima.
True,
Okay,
but
sure.
honestly, I'm surprised. I'm honestly surprised we're all still alive.
Speaking of which, should we rest and plan to head back tomorrow, or are we going to foolishly run down there again? Because that thing did get away from us.
You already answered the question. Foolishly.
Say that we rest.
I
That's
would
just
like
as
some
nice.
more pork dip. I say as I turn back into Sammy.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that. What was that, Sammy?
I said, as I turn back into Sammy, I say, I would like some more pork dip. I'm out.
We
Yeah.
legitimately could just like throw a party in here and no one would care. Like we could bring in a table, have food and shit, and just like,
Yeah, until someone
Make
wants
it
to
more
come in and take a
crowded.
bath.
well, they can go fuck themselves, all right? I didn't see anybody else diving down into the depths trying to fight a literal fucking demon or whatever the fuck that thing is, and then
I could
almost
help
getting
with that.
eaten.
I could help somebody fuck themselves. I can look like a guy and have a vagina. Or vice versa.
Alex points at Delilah. You and I are going to set some ground rules.
For now, because outside of here, I walked in here looking like female Slugga. I am going to change back into female Slugga to walk out.
Wait, are you still carrying Slugga though?
No, I would have put you down.
Oh, okay.
But I
You
am
just
going to
got-
shake off like a dog to get all the water off my fur.
Slugga's just kind of. I hate to see her go, but I love to watch her leave. Been so long since seen other cat. 19
Alright.
years, actually.
Maybe if we find you another one, we'll get you hitched and you'll have a whole litter of your own. Like your scruffs your head. I'm gonna get my shirt on.
That might be nice. It would make my dad proud.
Day is it?
Friday.
In
What?
real life?
No, I know what day it is in real life. What time of day is it in the game?
Early evening.
Early evening. Okay.
Apparently it's dinner time. Dip time.
Dip, da dip, da dip, da dip.
Don't double dip. That's sacrilege.
I will double dip and triple dip and quadruple dip. I will dip till my dip no more.
I see Sammy belongs to the Dip Dynasty.
Before we leave, is there anything else that anybody else needs to share before we go on, and so we're not surprised by any sudden changes or any passion inspired transformations?
I used to be a bounty hunter
Oh,
in this town in my human form. No, wait,
The Goliath form?
hold on. No, well, yes, but also not. Wait a minute. Just double check because I think it is human form. Yes, in my human form. When I was tracking down bounties, out of town, I would use my Goliath form, but in town, when I communicated with the sheriff, it was also always in my human form. So I probably got some enemies that would recognize me in one of those two forms, but that's why I don't use them that often. And the sheriff remembers me in my human form. We work together.
Does he associate the human form Sammy with this Sammy?
No. No, you guys are the only ones that know we change. He doesn't know I know him.
You mentioned bounties. You don't suppose that's not still a thing in town that needs to get taken care of?
Well, I don't see why not. I stopped doing it because I needed to be, closer to my sister, and it was taking me away too much. So, I hung up my hat, so to say, and settled into my Sammy form, to be closer to her. But there's still things to be done. Sure.
Well, it's something I guess that we can keep in mind if it comes up in the future that the sheriff might have some bounties for us to as another way to make some funds to pay for the horse boarding.
I mean, yeah. Faboli's not in the brothel currently. There's nothing keeping us from doing that. There's nothing stopping me from going back to that if we need to.
Well, I suppose we should rest for the evening, and should we go back down or tomorrow, or should we leave it at that? And what should we have been given this assignment to map out the caves underneath, so do you think we should go back and clean it out?
Thought that was the plan.
we can do it smart. Small sections at a time.
We go too slow, they might, try to use the tunnels. So we gotta keep that in mind.
All right, so let's plan on getting some rest for tonight, and then tomorrow we'll go back and take care of that. I guess I better go and sharpen my axe blade.
I've gotten lost in the hallways again.
Think I need to go shopping. For clothes. So depending on what you guys do next week, maybe that's what my character is doing.
Okay. Small wardrobe, medium wardrobe, large wardrobe.
All of the above.
Okay. We're gonna call it here.
Oh,
Can we start the long rest?
You can do the long rest, yes.
Okay.
yeah, because we can do some. Because odds are we probably still have more time to the day, so we can just do stuff in the RP drops channel.
That sounds good.
Yeah,
to
I
me.
mean, yeah.
See who beds Ren, what form Ren is in.
Oh, I'd prefer things like that to be in the game so that I don't have to pay attention to RP chat.
Oh,
And then what does Ren change into in the middle of it?
Maybe sometimes. Depends on if I have to concentrate on it or not, which really just depends on Alex's or anybody else's roles.
I get lost going back.
Yeah.
Airee, who is this?
oh nope, I'm in the toilet again.
She is she's a ship hand.
Okay, I just kind of look at her and smile. And wink as I walk back out.
Does anyone mind if we go just a couple more minutes? Because since we're doing the long rest, Allegretto had asked to talk to Ren. When we got back.
Oh,
That's fine by me. I mean, this has basically been one big RP sesh. So,
I think we needed it after last session.
Yeah.
honestly, we haven't talked about anybody's backstories.
Yeah, but now we have two. Well, technically 3 people if you count RP drops with Alex's character a little bit.
Mm-hmm. God, maybe be transported up the stairs.
My legs don't work.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Donka. Oh, right. I don't have a slugga that I can change to, so this is fine.
Well, I gave you the image for one, so whenever you have the token, man.
Where's Allegretto on this map? Didn't I just watch him walk up here? There he is. I guess I'll knock on his door.
it's not closed.
Well, then I guess I'll just walk in as the slug kitty.
You see him looking at a illusion. He made an illusion of Arakaka that kind of resembles him, only her feathers are like light gray, but still green around the eyes. And he's just kind of watching her fly with a sad face, or he just has the image of her like mid-flight with a sad face.
Oh,
Good
well
evening.
then in that case, I'm just gonna say that I poked my head and saw that, and then knocked as I opened the door and walked in.
Oh.
Well, hello, Monodraugs.
This has been one hell of a day.
Indeed, it has. You said you wanted to talk to me.
Well, I did outside, but it was mainly about, I guess, the secret of you changing, and it's not much of a secret, but lately seeing you take an Arakakor form is just reminding me of my younger sister, and he motions to the illusion.
Where is she? Where's your little sister?
I'm not entirely sure. I have 2 younger siblings, Crescendo and Falsetto. And we all used to live together, us and our parents, in the mountains a long time ago. But when I was 5, I wasn't really happy with the lifestyle of flying up in the mountains and then only leaving when we could have food. So I took off on my own for a couple of years, and when I came back, they were gone, and I haven't seen them since. I haven't seen any Eric Crocker since then, besides the one who stabbed me, obviously.
Oh, stabbed?
Yeah, he removes. I don't think he's ever showed you, but he removes his armor, and in the center of his chest, there is a very disgusting-looking wound of them being stabbed through his torso.
I will just take both of my little paws and cover my face, my mouth, in shock.
This was the last woman I loved. Once I left my family, I met her close to the ocean, and a lot of our adventures were those of just kind of flying. And at first, we used to mess with merchant ships that would pass through, but then we started traveling with them and helping scout ahead. Kind of treasure hunters, if you will. But without boring you with a long story, around the time we were going to find something, it was a lot of gold. We had a really big lead. As we got close to it, the ship was leading us to this cave, and she stabbed me mid-flight.
No.
I don't know how long I wandered around the waters, but eventually the old retired fisherman found me. And that's how I ended up here. But just thinking about family a lot.
I'm so sorry that happened.
It's quite alright. It's part of its happy memories. Seeing the way you and Sammy interact reminds me of how my two younger siblings acted towards each other. But you two have more details of each other.
What do you mean details?
Well, my siblings have never exchanged bodies completely. It's a little confusing.
I can definitely see what you mean.
Don't mean to bore you.
I do not find it boring. You are my Draugs. Talk to me anytime.
Maybe once we get the underground map out and cleared, I could tell you about my sister Falsetto. She's the reason I took up instruments in the first place. Her personality was very uplifting.
She's still somewhere where one day we might meet her, though, right?
That's what worries me. I'm not sure. It's been years since I've seen them. I don't know why they weren't home when I went back. He makes the illusion go away. But that's somewhere down the road. If I can't survive enough to look for him, then it doesn't matter anyway.
I see. Well, I do hope that your family is okay.
Me too. But I think we have a long, dangerous day ahead of us. So I'm going to get some rest. But as always, I do enjoy your company and our conversations.
Of course. Well, not like I'm hiding anywhere, so if you ever want to talk, you know which room I'm in.
course. Of course.
Have a good night, Drugs.
Good night, my friend.
I'll shut the door behind me. And I'll walk to my room, see Alex isn't there, and go find him. Oh, I found him by accident. I thought he was further over. I'll knock on his door.
Yes.
I forgot that I'm
hello,
a
Ren.
slug cat.
Yeah, no, I was
Hello.
just about to say. I was thinking that entire time that conversation is happening between a bird and a female slug cat. Like that was interesting conversation.
Yeah, I completely forgot. Anyway, so hello. So, Airee, what time of day is it? Like time?
Late evening.
Like if I went to sleep now, would I get more than 8 hours of sleep?
Yeah.
You said boundaries?
Ah, yes. Should you wish to continue escapades, I have a few ground rules to cover. In regards to
Shall
your,
we have this
hmm?
conversation in your room, my room, the hallway?
Well, my room's closer.
Indeed. I'll shut the door behind me. Okay. You were saying?
Now then, did you wish to continue tonight?
Say that again? What'd you ask?
Did you wish to continue tonight?
With the boundaries or with each other?
With each other.
Yeah, we can. Do we need to set the boundaries before?
Oh, they're a fairly simple list. My character will grasp you lightly by the hips. No men, no party members, within reason. You're obviously one of them. And if you absolutely must involve some manner of beast, you get once. Make it count.
I'm
Make it
confused.
count.
Are you stating not to turn into these things?
I'll state the boundaries again. No men, no party members within reason, as you are obviously one of them. And if you absolutely must, out of curiosity, wish to try doing so in a beast, or sorry, in the form of a beast, you get once. Make it count. I recommend saving it for a special occasion.
I understand now.
But you've already used it today, right?
I get 2,
Oh,
but I'm not using it right now. But I will look at you, nod my head, and be like, understandable, and I agree to the terms. Now, out of curiosity, the many forms that I can take, do you have one in particular that you would prefer tonight?
Whichever one you would like.
I suddenly cannot change that thing, so give me 1 second. To put that down so that I can delete this one and still see. And okay, there they all are. Hey, Sammy, you just said your real name, right? You didn't say what you actually looked like.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I didn't say your name or anything else about us.
Mm-hmm. Before I choose what shape, do you feel this shall be a regular occurrence?
I'm certainly not going to say no. as long as the feeling is mutual.
Okay, then. You will be the first one. And as I'm saying this, like the blurry slugga thing starts happening, that gets to see what I actually look like. And I will turn into my changeling form. That's still naked, because I was naked the whole time.
Makes sense.
And then I will look at you, and then I will say, my real name is Yen.
Well then. My character will move his hands from your hips to your shoulders. Let's make this a night to remember. Yen.
Awesome. I'm going to cast guidance on myself this time.
I'm afraid that's not going to come into much of a factor, but go ahead. Because I
No,
declare
it's not.
portents.
What does that mean?
You roll a 2.
I have to roll a 2?
No.
No, he gave you a 2.
Oh.
I will
So
pull up the thing. I rolled at the
So I
beginning.
don't get to roll?
I am basically just using this. Before we entered the dungeon, I rolled a 13 and a 2, and because I have to fucking use these before my next long rest, I figured, what the hell?
A night to remember it shall be.
That doesn't
Well,
affect
given-
guidance, though.
Does this mean that from the other side of the hallway we hear Alex shout out, "Oh, my eye!"
Well, if I can't use it on myself, then
No,
I'll
you can
just-
still use guidance. You can add it to the total, I guess.
no, screw that. That's a low ass roll. I'm just gonna cup your face in my hands and then give you bless.
Well, here we go, I guess. Oh.
Tally ho.
Hey, and I don't have to fight my wisdom and figure out if I get to stay the thing or not.
Tally ho, then.
Oh.
Hey, at 22 though, that's pretty fucking good.
Can I just say, I really appreciate the thematic resolution of my first portent. I didn't use it when Allegretta tried to grapple the fucking little flying gremlin. I didn't use it when my party members getting their shit beat in by zombies. I use it for this.
Thanks a lot, Alex.
Hey, I gave you a free hit. Don't fucking sass me.
I'm just gonna sleep in
Oh.
Alex's room, by the way, so I'm done.
Are we calling this here for the session for tonight?
Yeah, I don't think you want to go back to the dungeon at this point.
Yeah. So you guys want to hear what I flipped that coin for earlier?
I would love to know.
Yeah, so I'm gonna tell you what I told Airee would happen if it was a 1. So this was an idea I had for Slugga's backstory a little while ago. And I'm just gonna read the premise as I wrote it to him. Point 1. The real Slugga Rain is dead. 2. The current Slugga Rain is a changeling who had been adopted by the family of Slugga Rain while he was still alive, but while out playing one day an accident leaves the real Slugga dead, and the changeling racked with guilt. Instead of revealing that Slugga was dead, the changeling took Slugga's form to lie to the family, only for a short while later, the same or similar accident kills off the rest of the Rain family. Point 3. Filled with even more guilt, the changeling has a mental breakdown, unable to revert from the slugcat form and mentally incapable of speaking for some time because hearing his young friend's voice pains him. The reason for his ancestral weapon finally activating is because the real Slugga and his family have truly forgave his lies and accepted him as a true member of their family after his attempts to do right by the town.
So you're saying we
So
have
he's-
3 changelings?
No! Because that's what would happen if the coin value was a 1. Because I was torn, because I already knew we had 1 changeling, and I knew it was kind of late. And on top of it, I knew that, technically speaking, then Slugga should not have had the
Top ability.
yeah, he should not have had the racial capabilities of
Paragon.
the Harengon, unless we did some special ruling that he could no longer like change back, maybe, or something. But again, it was that's why I was like, look, I'm gonna leave it up to a coin flip after all this stuff's getting revealed. I'm like, because I'm deciding on backstories still a little bit in certain directions, and I was like, I feel like I needed to decide this now because if I delay too long, so I was like, screw it, I'm gonna flip a coin. You all right with this? Yeah. Flipped it to Slugga is not a change.
And that was before you didn't know, like in real life, you did not know that my character was a changeling?
I had no fucking clue. So that completely... Actually, I'll tell you what, Airee technically might have spoiled it slightly. Yeah, so he said it would be more interesting if we didn't have 2 changelings in the group already. Now, I didn't realize this until just now, but I thought it meant that like it would be more interesting if it wouldn't mean that there would be 2, as in there would currently be 2 with Slugga and Rin. I didn't realize he meant that there were already 2, being Sammy and... So, technically, Airee did spoil it. It's just that I was being a dumbass crackhead and didn't understand it.
So, if you go back and re-listen to the recordings, I drop a hint in almost every single session.
Give me an example. I'm very curious. Oh, is it like every time when you say you guys are sisters, you're meaning it literally and not like a... Oh!
We're sisters, when I say this is my favorite voice, or it fits currently, or I want the largest horse possible because I need something I can grow into.
Yeah, Manamasa also means my sister in Zimnian.
Oh. You know Daft Punk? Well, I'm Daft Cunt. So, there we go.
Yeah, I was getting some of the hints, but I thought it was just like something to do with like your characters being linked with each other. I didn't like get the connection of changeling. Out of character, I knew you were changeling, but in character, my character was just like putting like hints together until it just like came out because, hey, Sammy just turned into a Goliath.
Well, I guess
well, I mean, like, that would make sense.
I don't think Ganyeta would have been worldly enough to understand it or realize it. I think she's a little bit more... this is... I don't know. I just don't... I don't think I created her to be very worldly wise yet. And that's why she's out on her own, on her first big adventure on her own.
I'm just playing it like my character's a huge
Ganyeta's
nerd.
Purity, though. Like, I just want to protect her.
Your character's not a nerd. Your character's getting all the action.
Right? Your character's a playboy.
Here's the thing. This is the second character who's gotten laid in exactly the same way.
Alex, are you telling me that you are a type?
No. What I'm telling you is that while playing Cyberpunk Red, I had this med tech, basically like the settings version of a doctor, just kind of randomly just say a joke. This is like, hey, if you all have like Viagra and it lasts like longer than 4 hours, don't call me or don't call us. And my character was like hanging out with his girlfriend at the time. And by girlfriend, I mean like a girl who happens to be a friend. And then she took that as like, wait, is he propositioning? And then she asked, and was like, I ain't gonna say no. And then we just went off.
You literally worded it the exact same way. It's just, I'm not gonna say no.
Mm-hmm.
It was like what age is my character? He's like 26, 27. It's like he's young, dumb, and full of cum. He's obviously gonna say no.
I seriously expected your character to say no, though, when it was Ren's body.
I expected him to say no regardless of what body it was, but that was the last one I thought it would be yes to.
I was
I look at my
shooketh.
I look at
shooketh.
Alex is into Silver Angels.
my options in like a medieval setting are like was like okay, so I'm playing my character. What does my character have to do for fun in this universe? Well, he can gamble. He can get laid. He can be a nerd. That's kind of it. That's kind of it. The festival where we all met, that's like a very sparing thing.
And look at that. He did 2 of them at once. He got laid and he gambled.
Hey,
He just won.
See, the issue is those. Despite the fact that Slugga has extreme luck, I guarantee it's not a gamble he's gonna win. So both Alex and Slugga have revolvers. It's just that one of them's filled with blanks.
that just means I get more tries.
This is true.
Yeah, but I mean, never mind. I can't really use that analogy. It stops working after I say that sentence.
It also means I get more time.
More time for what?
We'll find out.
I'm okay.
Well, thank you, Airee and Ganeda, for entertaining whatever the fuck this has been.
Yeah.
Really?
Sammy,
Yes.
have fun on your vacation. Be careful on the road.
And you
Thank
guys
you.
need to decide what you want to do about next week.
Mm-hmm.
If
I-
you guys are down, if you guys are legitimately down, I could try running like a short series Starfinder thing because I would love to do a little bit. So we could use next week to set something up for it. If you want.
I didn't get a month schedule at a time this time. He gave 1 fucking week like an asshole. And so the only days off that I know I have are tomorrow and Sunday. So I will have to get back to you on that.
I think we're talking about next Friday.
Yeah.
Okay.
There is not a session next week, right? Or is it a different day?
Well, that's what Talk wants to know, if he can run Starfinder.
Either that or we could do BM, I suppose.
Wait,
I
right.
just won't be
So
there.
I'm just double checking. There's not.
I asked what
like
you
this
guys want to do. If you want to do this one short, it's fine. I just need to know what you guys want to do.
Because the other thing that
We
Sammy
have another character.
plus the
I
other
mean-
thing that Sammy said was that Sammy could be out shopping for new clothes since she's Hulk smashed the other ones.
Mhm.
I was also gonna
Or
say she could be
I
like
mean-
on a hot date with the character she offhandedly mentioned to Allegretto. It was like, I got a man that I like. She was like, all right, go get him, girl.
Oh, she did.
I don't know if he's there.
She has. He's been got. He got the gotten.
I mean, that's not an option.
Okay.
And
I thought you were going to talk about the girl that I winked at downstairs.
You're gonna have to be more specific.
The one that I winked at. I only winked at one.
yeah, we couldn't see that though. We were on the stairs.
Oh, okay. But I could be looking into any bounty options.
Oh yeah,
in a
you could go
different-
shopping and bounty hunting.
Well, I mean, or just like getting info.
Yeah, that's what I meant by bounty
to bring
hunting.
back.
You got time to decide what you're doing.
And you guys got time to figure out. So see if you can decide what you guys want to do by Tuesday or Wednesday as a group.
I will probably have the rest, I hope, of my schedule on Wednesday.
Okay.
So what characters have yet to reveal their backstory? We have Ganeda and Slugga, and I think that's technically it because Allegretto just kind of revealed at least some of it. Because I know he revealed a tiny bit to Slugga, very, very tiny bit. And it sounds like he just revealed mostly everything to...
It was She got, if it's a 5-page book, she barely got a paragraph.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing about my backstory is that you guys know I'm a changeling. That's it.
Right. You know, and a little bit more about mine, but not everything.
There's a reason why Ren has only been sleeping with Alex since that started.
Ooh.
She's secretly a
What do
Viviblix.
you think?
She's stealing his life force.
The way you say things. You know what? You joke, but what if that's true?
Simple. Bye, Alex.
That's
We ain't gonna. I wasn't able to catch the obvious hints now that I'm looking back on them that Sammy was secretly a changeling. If I wasn't able to catch that, I guarantee I ain't gonna be able to actually catch Rin turning out to be a Viviblix.
I really kind of like want to go back and find all of them now because I
It's-
like seriously there were so many. I thought that Star was going to get mad at me and be like, "You are being so obnoxious. You're going to give it all away."
Oh, too late.
Well,
No,
some of
girl.
it you said to me, and I knew already.
Every single time you said something and the other party members heard, my eyebrows shot up and I just like head tilted towards the computer to see if anybody would catch it.
Yeah, and I think you straight up gasped when she changed climbing the wall.
I did, yeah. That was me that gasped. I was like, oh, fuck. Because, like, I know her weakness and I knew what was going to make her, like, climb the wall, but I wasn't expecting her to get pissed off and fucking just be like, you know what? Fuck this skin.
Maybe if she rolled really well twice, and actually got up the side of the
If I
tower.
had done better, when Airee said I hadn't got any further than double my height, which is like barely
10 feet.
over 7 feet tall.
You grew the same amount that you'd climbed.
Exactly. Like this shit.
So then you went from climbing a little bit to climbing none.
Well, that wasn't the intent, but yes. In the moment, I just wanted to get up higher.
Turns
Just-
to Goliath,
well, no.
climbs no more.
Just to ease everybody's concern, I am not sleeping with Alex to kill him.
Don't ease their concern. Let them be concerned.
You never know.
Alex,
Well, I'm.
I mean,
Alex,
he
time
did-
to wake up. What's happening in there?
There's worse ways to die.
Death by snoo snoo.
Yeah.
He did say the only other thing to do practically was gamble, so you know.
Yeah, he took a gamble and he lost.
Oh, damn.
The thing he lost was his life.
Wait, hold
Gambling,
on.
Snoo, and throwing horse shit at people you don't like.
Hey, Alex, I made you drink milk earlier today, right?
I recall tea.
I could have sworn it was milk.
With milk in it?
Or was it orange juice?
Wait, I believe there was milk at the start of the day.
Wait, why? What does that mean?
Roll a
It was a
d6.
liquid.
All right.
You've been poisoned.
Tell me what it is. I'm not in
It
there
has
anymore.
not gotten any better. We gonna have to fill you with a lot of milk. It's still a fucking one.
Oh, good gracious.
Oh, it's that roll. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Remember how I mentioned firing blanks? Yep.
Disappointed!
I guess you could say he has 1 round in the chamber, in the revolver. He's got 1 round.
Unfortunately, it's
D6.
that gigantic revolver from like Bioshock with like a 23 round belt.
Yeah.
Why do your d6s just fucking hate you?
Or
Because-
just
Just staying in character.
I mean, you
It's
say
trying
that,
to make
but
a
I think-
prediction.
You say that, but I think my first D12 from Witch Bolt was a 1.
I'll tell you what.
Your d4 was a 1 too.
Spoon, have you ever gone to a fertility doctor?
No.
in
I
real
rest my
life.
case.
Don't worry, they get it in the end.
Are you sure about that?
Hee
They can do them just like a horse.
I'm really concerned on what you're talking about right now.
They
So I
put him in the
think-
machine and milk him. They milk the man.
I mean, fucking Ren can do that.
Not the way this machine can. Goddamn.
You have been?
No, I used to work at a circus with horses. And one day they brought a machine for the horse, and they're like, "Hey, who wants to watch this?" I'm like, okay.
Are you sure
So-
they said who wants to watch this? Because the way
Yeah, all
it
this-
sounded, you have first-hand experience.
You know, when you told me this story, you just said that she jacked off the horse. You didn't say there was a machine involved.
It's the Vibrussy.
It's not the same event.
Oh. Got it. 2 separate events.
yeah,
one by
it's-
hand,
it's-
one not by hand.
It's the same people.
It's
It's
the
not a
fleshlight Ussy.
right. It's not an irregular occurrence. It's quite common. Well, for that horse at least, because it was a really giant horse, and they wanted to keep breeding it.
You ever hear the phrase "ride the mechanical horse"?
No.
Well, now you know where it comes from.
I'm sitting here looking on my friends list for the word Alex. Like, where the fuck's he at? I know I've spoken to him before. Forgot it was Spoon.
Oof.
But yeah, just to clarify, I do not have any experience with the horse machine on myself.
Mm-hmm.
I would hope so, because I'm pretty sure there's diseases involved in that.
I can only imagine.
I would hope you can only imagine, because if you knew from personal experience, you would say so.
Right? But not the number of animals I've seen made is very strange.
This conversation's getting weird. We forgot to put in
I
our
mean,
game over, yeah, by the way.
That's typical for growing up on a farm, though.
Well, this was fun.
It was fun.
Agreed.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and
All
end the recording now.
You can check off topic.
I also,
No.
I'm
Don't tell me you sent a picture of the machine.